Okay, here we go. Clap. All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to what are we calling this? What are we calling this?
This is our gaming one now, isn't it?
Yeah, this is our gaming one now.
Uh,
We've yet to
w-
make the new channel, but
can we just call it We Out Gaming to keep it simple?
fuck it. This is welcome to We
To the
Out
We
Gaming.
Out,
This is the
yeah,
first
yeah.
establishment at We Out Gaming. That we, like we said last week, we're gonna put on the iBluairJgR channel, and this is it makes sense. It's relevant to gaming. It is what it is, and it's perfect timing because E3 just passed by, and we have a few things to talk about.
Yeah.
But first, let me run through things real quick. It is 8:30 p.m. June 14th, 2013. Don't know when you guys will be listening to this, but of course, as I
Does
always
it
say, it's
matter?
timeless. No, it doesn't matter, but
No,
I just like to give a sense of what
yeah, I
what
understand.
time it all happens. I don't know
It
why.
makes people feel like they belong.
They're glom.
They belong.
Oh, they belong. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that, and that's what we want. I guess
Yeah.
that's what we want. We want to make people feel like they belong. But nah, what's good? What's good with you before we dump into gaming? Because
Not much. Just been playing a lot of Smite and a lot of Tribes Ascend and Defiance. Those are my three games right now. Just finished
this
beating
trilogy.
Remember Me. It was phenomenal. If you don't believe me, check out our review.
Yep, our off the
That's
dome review for Remember
got a
Me.
little pluggy plug, but otherwise, yeah, nah, I'm good. What
Uh,
about you?
I'm good also actually. My games as of recently has been one Dead Island, which is a very old game, and it's a very
Yeah, I was about to say that's not too relevant.
no, it's not. It's not relevant. It's but just a quickie thing here. It's very old. It's very horrible, but the gameplay is actually very addicting. It's one of those games that's just on the fence about. And I just bought The Last of Us today, which I have not played yet, but you guys will be like hearing about it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I want to do a playthrough of it, but it's fucking it's popular channels has been taking it over, so I don't even know if it's worth it or not.
Nah,
But
they don't watch us for the gameplay. They watch it for your silky smooth voice.
that's true.
Haven't you been reading the comments?
I think that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
you're right. You're right.
but nobody likes my playthroughs though. They don't.
Everybody likes your
No,
playthroughs. We can talk about
no,
it.
I get better feedback on the on things like my mini Defiance videos and shit like that. But I'm not a good playthrough
Oh fuck it. I don't know.
commenter. In XCOM, I was phenomenal because that was my shit.
And we was
But
doing we was doing that together. That's another thing.
yeah, yeah.
Doing
So
this shit separate. Yeah. What? Well,
yeah.
there was a game that you said you wanted to do a dual commentary
Well,
on.
it was gonna be Remember Me, but it ended up being really short, and I just figured, fuck it.
Fuck it. Okay.
Yeah,
Fuck it. That sounds good. That'll
short
be a
in a
game to
good
come in the
way.
future that we will do a dual playthrough of, whether it be MMO or what have you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hope.
if you get a better computer, we can do duels of Smite,
I mean, I can play Smite.
but you can't fraps your screen, and it's stupid if you can't fraps your screen.
It's not like there's anything wrong with you just doing it by yourself.
Yes, there is. I'm not explaining this, man.
Hey, we're getting like personal shit in public. But nah, all right. E3 people, E3. If you didn't know, E3 was this week. Monday, that's when all the big corporations went. Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, Sony,
Hmm.
and then every other day, I think Tuesday and Thursday, that was all the games. I watched only Monday, and I watched every single fucking conference back to back, and just did some shit in between. What about you?
You wildin',
Well,
basically.
because I wanted to speak on like a lot of the things that happened on E3. Besides this, I wanted to write on it also, and I had to be. And this was a very
Nice.
big E3, to be honest with you.
No, it was a very big one, and you are going to be doing the bulk of the talking because pretty much the most of it that I watched was I watched the fucking what is that game called, the Destiny one,
Yeah, Bungie's new
and
game, Destiny.
I watched a little bit of the PlayStation, a little bit of the Xbox, and that was pretty much it. And the reason I didn't watch them in full was because I can't listen to bad public speaking. It's just I can't.
You didn't watch the Ubisoft one? You would have loved that one.
I
Aisha
might
Tyler.
have. Oh,
Oh.
she was doing. That's unfortunate. She's a stand-up comedian,
I,
but
I know you love you some tall black women.
yeah,
And that's exactly what she is. But not, you have a good point because literally everybody except for the Ubisoft conference was pretty bad because Aisha Tyler actually like tries and make a connection with the audience, and she
Well, yeah,
seems
because
lively.
she's a trained public speaker. She's a
Yeah,
professional
that's true. Well,
stand-up
she's
and
good
all
at
that
it.
stuff.
Everybody else is like, yeah, they don't belong on the stage, but they do it.
Yeah, they gotta find some other people. But no, but look, talk me through the PlayStation one and the Xbox one, and let's like fill me in as the outsider that kind of clunked out after like
I,
5 minutes of this is the future of gaming.
I'll
We
go through.
have in our presence the
I'll go
greatest
through each
system
one.
ever created.
I'll go.
Now, I'd like to say that we spent. Okay, continue.
Thank,
Please
thank you.
continue.
I'll
See,
go
you were getting frustrated just listening to me do it.
Nah, not even, not even. Well, yeah, that's kind of how it happened. But now I'll go through it in order. Microsoft went first, right? Microsoft came out swinging because
Yeah.
Microsoft knew that a lot of people were not behind them in the shit that they were doing in terms of the always online and the used game and shit. And their
Right.
conference before, nobody, they barely talked about games. All they was talking about was the TV and shit. So they knew they had to come in today or that day and talk about games, and that's exactly what they did. They had a pretty good conference. They showed like I don't know, like 10 something exclusives. I'm not saying all of them were really interesting, but they showed a lot of exclusives, and that's how Microsoft shit went basically. And they
Nice.
unveiled the Xbox price and release date. Xbox One will be coming out in November this year for $500 or $499.
That's
Um,
hefty.
that is pretty hefty. That's not. I don't know. That's not bad, I guess. But
No, it's not. It's it's all right.
the
But
big games being you saw the Halo 5 trailer actually, right?
yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it, but so what other
Why
what are the
not?
other exclusives?
Titanfall is seeming like the next big Xbox One game. Because it seems pretty
Yeah.
good. That's like, did you see any trailers on it?
No, keep talking. Huh.
It's like a mix of like mech shit, like lost. It's like a first person Lost Planet
I'm
essentially.
gonna look it up, but just keep talking. Pretend I'm
Yeah,
not
alright.
looking it up.
I got you. Yeah, it's like a first-person Lost Planet. It got mechs and stuff. It's cool. It's parkour that the soldiers can do. That's seeming like the next blockbuster for Microsoft,
Oh
other than
yeah, that
Halo.
looks phenomenal.
Rise was another one, but that's not really that crazy. And what else did I take note of? There
Oh, they
wasn't
got
that much.
jetpacks in that shit.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's over.
They could use that to give them a little boost. It was cool. That was probably their second strongest game that they came out with. Everything else was like lackluster to me. At least I'm not thinking of. I can't think of too much off the top of my head. But that's how
Right.
Microsoft shit went for the most part. Why don't
Huh.
you want to talk about Halo 5? Because I'm
No,
curious.
I
Because
didn't
that's
want to
your
talk
franchise.
about it right away.
Oh, all right,
because
all right, all right.
because Halo is my top franchise. It goes Halo, then Armored Core, and then Final Fantasy. Those are my favorite franchises. But I just don't necessarily like where the story of Halo is going. Like,
It seems to be going based on Cortana and Master Chief getting a reunion.
I mean, I wonder if yeah, I mean, he's probably going on some sort of quest to rejuvenate Cortana. Either
Hmm.
that, or maybe the Didact is just running amok and he has to stop him or whatever.
Well, that
But
too.
I mean, like the reason I just don't like where the story is going is because I felt like I got so much closure with Halo 4. Like I felt like it was just supposed to be done. Just like I don't know if I ever talked about this on the mic,
Hmm.
but at the end of Halo 4, when Master Chief was walking down the hallway, right, that was, for me and probably for a big majority of people that played Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, ODST, and Reach, that was the moment where it was like, wow, it's really going to end right now. Like that for me was the last time I was ever going to see Master Chief because he was going home.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. He did. He did return home.
Yeah, like
actually.
he went home. He was done. He wrapped it up and he was like, I'm done, guys. I'll take off the fucking armor. And when you try and continue that, it just feels like they're kind of milking it, kind of like the Superman movie. It's like you really don't want to make this, but you're just doing it. I mean, that's just how it feels. It just feels like it's extra that
Yeah.
doesn't really need to be there because the story was so powerful, and now they're starting over. I will say that much, but it's like Master Chief is old now. Just let him die.
Yeah,
Let him take off
that's
the
true.
suit. Introduce a new character. You know.
Master Chief is kind of like, I guess, Metal Gear's equivalent of Snake. Is that because that's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
same
Like
shit?
you got to see Snake physically age, but you didn't get to see Master Chief's age under the mask. I mean, he got a new suit, but
That's true.
man, that motherfucker, he ain't shaved in like 20 years and shit. So let the motherfucker rest, man. Let him rest.
Now you know they're not gonna let him. I mean, because I don't. I really like Halo 4, and like yeah, like you said with the story, that really could forgive the NYPD people. That really could have been the end of the Halo franchise, but I mean, I don't know. There's two more games coming, and it seems like it's going down this Cortana road, and I don't think it's going to be bad. I have
No,
faith
neither do I.
in the new
It's
developers, but I don't know.
yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna be bad either. I just think
That
it's
is just
just
being
not going
overdone.
to be my Halo. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
Halo I know is the war with the Covenant and this struggle of religion versus technology kind of pursuit of the almighty. I forgot what they called it. Fucking, you know what it, you know. Everybody knows what I'm
The
talking
Halo
about.
fans know what you talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking like the. You know what it, whatever it is when they turn on the rings, that thing, whatever that's called.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
quest for divinity. I can't remember right now. But that was my Halo, and like now that they've been like they officially stopped it, it's like okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that
So
is
it's
true.
it's gonna be great. I understand the gameplay is gonna be solid. The story is gonna be well thought out, but it's not my Martin O'Donnell, Bungie,
True.
Master Chief jumps and floats for like 3 seconds because he's incredible. It's not gonna be that Halo anymore.
That
So
that makes a lot of sense. I get what you're coming from in that sense.
yeah.
The old school Halo fans, do you feel for Rob, or do you know, or can y'all just can't get enough Halo? Which is it?
Yeah, that's
But
a
but I
good
know what you're
question.
saying.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying. Shall I continue about the E3?
Oh yeah, you keep going.
EA went afterwards. They didn't talk about nothing but sports.
Obviously.
But actually, yeah, obviously, but they did have a strong showing of Battlefield 4, and you played Battlefield before.
Yeah, I mean it's basically Call of Duty with better graphics.
Right. I remember you saying that you couldn't play Battlefield because it was just too much and it was too realistic, or it was too much going on, or
Yeah,
what
yeah,
was
it
it?
was too much. It was sensory overload for me. It was
Yeah, essentially
yeah.
they unveiled Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 looks even better, and building destructible shit's even better. That's pretty
Oh
much all it
gosh.
is. As with the next gen shit. Oh, and for anybody that didn't know, in the new consoles, it'll be 32 versus 32, as opposed to 12 on 12 before. So if you thought of some crazy shit last time in Battlefield 3, it's damn sure gonna be, I don't know what the
What
fuck.
is it gonna be on PC? 128 versus
I don't know. Well,
128
all
versus.
this time it's been, I think it's been 32, 32, I think, for PC. But now that it's finally getting that on next gen consoles, maybe for PC, I guess it might be some shit
Yeah, they're
like
gonna
that.
have to step it up for PC. 'Cause PC is infamous for having the larger maps and the larger player
Nah, yeah,
sizes
that's
in
what it's been this
games.
whole time. Unfortunately, I really always wanted a 32, 32, so I'm fucking excited for that. But even though PC
I
is
mean,
probably gonna get an upgrade, but still,
I mean, this is all a little bit off the topic, but it's on the topic. But the thing I've always had a
yeah,
problem with in 32s versus 32s, especially in a deathmatch situation,
yeah,
there's a plane outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but
I can hear it.
but it always devolves into or de-evolves. I like saying devolves. It always devolves into a fucking a fucking just a shit fest of everybody shit. There's no tactics involved. Like it's just ridiculous. Like
Ah,
unless it's like a search and destroy kind of thing where when you die that's it. Then
yeah,
I
that's
can see
true.
where it's like okay, let's get tactical, let's communicate, and especially if you have like I don't know if they're implementing a feature where somebody can like operate some sort of a command center thing,
Well, that's
but
actually exactly what it's called. It's called command mode, and
oh,
yeah,
see
that's what
that's
they're
good.
introducing into it.
That's good.
Yeah, to
That
like,
is a
I
very
guess
good
I don't know
thing.
if it's guide the team or guide the squad in the right
Yeah,
direction.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, but that's something that they're bringing back also, which is cool. But I
that's
know what you're
cool.
saying about the like the shit fuck, the shit
Yeah,
clusterfuck that's
yeah,
going on.
you know,
I never minded it, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about in terms of
yeah,
that.
yeah. But I mean, as long as there are certain controls in place to sort of I just never like playing the shit fest fuckery
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm just not good at that because I just run around and sprint and I just get shot in the head and it just doesn't work for me.
I feel you on that. But that's Battlefield. That was the main thing to take anybody who's not interested in sports games to take away from the E3 press
Right.
conference. Ubisoft, I would say Ubisoft, and games wise, was the star of the show because they're bringing out a lot of like really interesting and new type of games that hasn't really been done before. Have you heard of the Division?
No, I haven't. Tell me
You
about it.
need to look into the Division. Division is the game I'm most hyped for out of
Oh,
E3.
it's a Tom Clancy.
Actually, yeah, it
It's a
is a
Tom
Tom
Clancy.
Clancy.
When's that motherfucker gonna stop writing shit,
I
man?
have no
He
idea,
just
do they?
milking it, man. Nah, no,
I didn't know.
he's
Well,
good.
it took me a long time to figure out that everything that he fucking that game that's out, he wrote a book on before. So
Yeah, yeah, they're all based on his
I
books.
don't know how, I don't know nothing about him, how old the motherfucker is or anything. But yes, this is Tom Clancy. It's based in New York. It's essentially an MMO in New York on console, where like you run around co-op groups of, I think it was four. Groups
Yeah.
of four, and it looks really fucking beautiful and shit. And pretty much the whole basis of it is you go around, and the division is about in this broken down New York. I didn't mention
Yeah.
that part. Yeah, in broken down New York, it's supposed to go
Yeah.
around and like help, restore order. I guess I don't know. That's what I got out of the gameplay trailer. Because in the gameplay trailer they were like taking back a police station and freeing locked up cops, so the cops could go
Oh,
right
so
back
the
on the street.
so it's essentially New York is has just it's been taken over by the thugs and the
No, no, no,
vigilantes
no, no. It
and
hasn't been
what?
taken over. Well, yeah, yeah, actually, yeah. It's
Yeah, I mean, there's lawlessness in New York and it's chaotic. But
yeah. The lawlessness
is it
has
like
been
some sort
caused
of
because of a
disaster or is
disease.
it invasion?
It's been caused because of like contagion disease, basically. Fucking straight
Okay,
up.
okay. So there's an outbreak and there's just no the city's
Yeah,
in turmoil kind of thing, and
yeah, and it's cool because
you're
they introduce like shit like you have to gather your own food. Like each of you and your group gotta gather your own food and your water and everything like that. So it seems interesting.
okay. So it's like
Seems
a
ambitious.
survival thing where
Yeah.
you are the you're essentially the law and you're trying to bring back the law and you have to just kind of survive.
I
It's like
would guess
survival.
so.
It's like you're Batman without all the money and the powers.
I would guess so. I didn't get a they didn't say too much about it about their game on other than from the gameplay itself, but it looked cool. And at the end of
And
the shit,
it's an MMO, you said?
yeah, because at the end of the shit, they came into
Oh, I'm
contact with
seeing
another group
damage
of
numbers.
four.
I'm seeing damage
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah, yeah. It came into contact with another group of four, and they started fighting, and that's how the trailer like faded out. So I don't know if it's literally going to be like four groups of people, groups of four traveling New York at different spots all at the same time, or how the fuck the shit's going to work. But it looks cool. It looks
Yeah, I'm
cool,
watching this gameplay now. Yeah, I
and it
mean,
looks beautiful. That's
what,
another thing.
huh?
That's it, and it looks beautiful. But yeah, what were we gonna say?
Is there a PC port or is it just console exclusive?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure there would be a PC port.
There better be a PC port because if there isn't, they're morons.
I love, I love how it's always it's better on PC, and then when motherfuckers don't get the game on PC, it's like, oh, I guess PC ain't all elite after all.
No, it's because no. Here's the thing, right? If a game is not released on PC, the developers are just making a mistake. And I'm sorry. Right, because no, because for real, there's a huge player base that plays via Steam, and they're just not taking advantage of it. Like right now, there are 3,748,000 gamers on Steam right now.
Yeah, that is a lot.
So it's just like just every game should just go to PC because they're not really tied down to any sort of exclusiveness with PC. Like like I understand going exclusive for the Xbox, but like if you're going for like an exclusive, just put it on PC too. It broadens it out, and
Well,
it gives you
Titanfall is
the
actually on PC, by the way.
it
So
better
yeah,
be
yeah,
shit.
it is
But I
PC.
mean, it just gives for one, it gives you the option for to expand graphically, but it is a challenge. I will say that much because you have to take in mind the limitations of the console and the strengths of the PC, and you have to make something that works on both. So I
Yeah,
understand it
exactly.
is difficult, but it honestly everything should just come out on PC.
I'm pretty sure they'll have a PC port, more or less,
Yeah,
regardless. There's
yeah,
that.
no, but it does look great. It does look
No,
fun.
yeah, it looks
Seems
fucking
like an
great,
interesting
and
concept.
just a bonus that it's based in New York. So I don't know. It's one or the other that's getting me so hyped for it.
Right?
Watch Dogs. Have you ever heard of Watch Dogs? You saw something
No,
about
I
Watch Dogs
haven't. Tell
before?
me about it.
I would. Well, it's essentially about this guy who can hack everything and anything within like 4 seconds and shit, and he's using it to. I don't know. There's not clear as to what he's using the information for or why is he doing it. More, it just seems like he's like a vigilante, so to
Oh,
speak.
okay,
Like
okay. So yeah,
he's like an anonymous. He's taking shit down like by force, even though it's not the
right,
right way
right.
to do it. Yeah, he's still doing it.
Yeah,
Gameplay looks
it's a
cool.
little sandboxy from what I can tell.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little
Uh,
sandboxy, but it looks cool for
no,
the most
yeah,
part.
it seems like it's gonna be a pretty heavily story based concept.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I'm
that's
excited
interesting.
for it. I'm excited for it, and of course
Yeah.
it's Assassin's Creed, but I'm not getting into that because I'm just not a big Assassin's Creed fan. People, I'm sorry. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
I
never
mean
get
it is
into it.
what it is.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It is beautiful. I just couldn't get into it. But like I said, Ubisoft is like really coming out with a lot of cool
Yeah.
games and shit.
I'm
Uh,
sad that there's no Armored Core coming to the next gen, but
there probably will be eventually.
eventually, yeah, years
But
down the
Armored
line.
Core
But
is
for
just
now,
not it's not like one of those titles I guess people recognize a lot. I guess I don't know. Not that people recognize like a like it's not like an Assassin's Creed. It's not up there. They wouldn't reveal it at E3. I guess I don't know.
no, it's
Uh,
just it's tailored to a more specific audience, and Watch
yeah,
Dogs has a very big GTA Saints Row vibe to it. Just
yeah, it's just
throwing
more
that out there.
serious. Yeah.
It seems interesting.
Oh yeah, it seems like a cool game. We'll see what that
Yeah,
goes.
I mean, as far as from what I can tell, and the next gen systems are really trying to be a little bit more innovative in terms of their stories and in terms of their concepts in general. Like they're trying to expand upon what a game can really be. Like and you saw it a little bit with Remember Me. I mean, that's gonna be like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
one of the final touchstones of that's not the right term. It's gonna be the one of the final remnants of this generation of gaming is
That's true.
definitely gonna be Remember Me because
That's true.
that game definitely pushed the limits graphically and conceptually for gaming post 2013.
Well, I feel like that's kind of what needs to happen
Pre
at this point.
2013. Yeah, no, yeah, no, I said it right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, the gaming is definitely going through a big evolution. I think a lot of the stuff is going towards a more realistic, immersive feeling than a lot of
Yeah.
the classic titles like Call of Duty.
It's a mix of that. Like it's no longer just like solely dependent on gameplay. Like their games are really trying to like go for the immersive thing, like you said. It's either that or like the throw yourself in your own created world, like Little Big Planet type stuff. Because there was
Right,
a few
right,
games that
right,
did that. It's either one or the other. It seems like games are trying to do nowadays, and that's good. I
right.
mean, it
Yeah,
requires a whole
yeah.
lot more work ethic and effort put into the game itself, and I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like the idea of using more creative writing and like creative concepts in games, just because like gameplay is great, but like just it's like I'm a sci-fi fan, and
Mm.
I like sci-fi that sort of explores our current reality by making a sort of satire of it with aliens and shit.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what a lot of the next gen games appear to be doing. They're sort of exploring concepts that are going on in our worlds now and just telling that story via gameplay and just via character development and stuff like that, as opposed to just okay, we got guns, bitch, let's shoot some
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
And this is just how it's gonna be. That is
Yeah.
true. Well,
So, yeah.
it's also interesting. Like it's going through a big change, like we were saying, and like it's demanding like a whole lot more. Like in they showcased a lot actually about Metal Gear Solid 5. That's coming out, and like also with a few other games like Infamous and shit, like where they have like they need something more than voice actors now. They need actors in order to do these games, which is like pretty
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
I mean that's kind of been going on for a while. I mean, Crisis 3 they were kind of the first ones to step into using like straight hardcore real actors as the voice actors with the motion capture and everything.
Yeah,
Like they took it like to the next level with like really serious face recognition and but yeah, I
and they're
think
digging
that
deep into it now. Like,
yeah, yeah, like more games are touching on that sort of 100%. This is that's what the guy actually looked like when
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
like the precision of the mouth movements and everything like that. That's becoming a new thing that hyper realistic thing.
And it's starting to become the standard, if anything. Like now, that's
Uh, yeah, I mean
closer
with
to
the
it. Yeah.
no, I'm definitely gonna agree to that because like probably one of the last games that's gonna be based on real people but isn't gonna be hyper realistic is gonna be Defiance. That's gonna be one of the last.
Yeah.
I mean, just in my opinion, it's gonna be one of the few. Uh, fuck, what's the word I'm looking for?
You
It's
good?
gonna be one of the few stylized games with real people in it. Like there's a ton of stylized indie games with with whatever type of art stuff, but but a game that's based on like human interactions and just like the real world kind of
Ah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
I see what you're saying.
Defiance, that game it's very stylized. It's not intended to look. They're not intended to look like hyper realistic, and I don't think a lot of especially shooters are gonna touch on that sort of stylized
No.
gameplay anymore. Like most games, like Company of Heroes 2, that's like an RTS, but it's hyper realistic. It's not stylized at all. Like Civilization is pretty stylized.
Ah, okay, I got you now.
Um,
Now I see what you're saying.
yeah, like what other games are style? Like Borderlands, that's very
Yeah.
stylized, but it's like kind of real people kind of thing. So I think there's gonna be less stylized real people and more hyper real. Like whenever there's a real person, it's gonna look like a real person. I think that's gonna be a trend
Yeah,
nowadays.
that seems like it's gonna be a trend, like
Yeah.
really now, which is it's interesting. But I mean, I'm a fan for like immersive games and story-driven games, so we'll see how
Yeah,
that
yeah.
goes, if anything.
That's my
As
shit.
we go into the next gen, uh,
Yeah.
last conference was Sony, who everybody says won the E3 with their big announcement and shit. But I'll go through what Sony did. Sony didn't showcase as many games as Microsoft, but what they did do was announce that they weren't doing anything of the same that Microsoft was doing. So they announced that to share a game, you can still share and lend games to your friends via disc. The old-fashioned way, there are not going to be no restrictions, and you don't have to always be online. And those were the two main
Right, right,
points that they
right.
brought up. And literally, like when Sony announced that, like everybody was fucking flipping their shit.
Yeah, it's
Both
like, well, we can go home now. That's all we really want to
Everybody stood up,
do.
clapping, smiling. Even as I was watching it, I was like, "Yeah!" As they fucking announced that, and
Yeah, it's still not a big deal for me because I'm a PC gamer and it's been like that for years
well,
now. So
yeah.
eventually, you guys are gonna stop being butthurt about that.
I don't. It's like I don't think. Like, here's the thing. I don't think it's a big deal within itself. I just think what Microsoft is doing should not be forced upon people, and that's the problem I have with it. It shouldn't be forced. It's on. I get it for PC. It's kind of entrenched now. That's what it is. You just need to be online to play PC games. Most PC games, if
Well, no,
anything.
you don't
Well,
really,
no,
but
okay, okay. The activation code stuff and the use
right,
game
yeah.
stuff
The
more
issue
like
is the
I get
activation
that.
codes because you don't always need to be online to play
Yeah,
PC.
no, okay, yeah, that was the wrong thing I said. My fault,
Yeah.
my fault, people.
No, I just had to clarify.
But no, with the used game stuff, like I feel like that's just something that should not be imposed on us, I guess, as console gamers, so to speak. Although, yeah, like you said, it's been around for a while, but shit, it's like I said earlier, or in the last gaming session we did. It's just crazy because it's the first we're hearing of it from console games perspective, you know.
Right, right, right.
And there's also the idea that I'm paying $65 for this game already. Like, I should be able to do whatever I want with it. Whether I want to lend it out, whether I want to fucking break it at the same and right in front of the guy's face that I just bought it from. I just I paid the money already. Like, just let me do what I want to do with this game. Stop trying to get me to do more or pay more and restrict me after I pay like my $65, which is like this contract to say yes, I can borrow the rights to this game to fucking play it and do what I want with it. So that's
Right,
my main
right.
problem with it.
But the gripe isn't necessarily for you, because like if you buy a game, like even with the restrictions that are on there, like for the Xbox, like you can't loan it. It's not really a problem for the person that buys it. it's a problem for all the friends out there that don't want to buy it. Like those are the people that really have the
Well,
issue with it.
there. Okay, there's
Because
that.
like even now, like with the Xbox system, you can buy a game for $65, and you can break it in the guy's face, and you can always put it in your Xbox and do whatever you want with it. Granted, you always have to be online. Let's just have that as the standard statement, so I don't have to keep repeating it. But
Yeah.
but you can still do whatever you want with it, but you can't loan it to your friends, and you can't
So you
sell it
can't do
back.
whatever you want with it.
You can do whatever you want with it except loan it to your friends and sell it back.
And for a lot of people, that's something that they feel like they shouldn't have taken away from them. That's the main argument, and I feel that way also. That's something that should not. That's a right that shouldn't be taken away from people. So
Yeah, I mean, it boils down to it's a financial decision for Microsoft.
yeah, yeah, it's
And
true.
the thing is, the reason I don't have a problem with it is number one because I'm a PC gamer, and number two is because like I use Steam all the time, and I see how Steam uses the Steam system. Essentially, a game will be new, and a game will be full price for a very long time,
Hmm.
and then after a certain amount of time, they'll either have a deal on it for 75% off, 30% off, 50% off. They'll have bundles, so it's like it becomes this. It's essentially like buying a used game, only it's brand new but at the used game price. So it's like I understand how that system works of just getting older content for cheaper, so it doesn't bug me that I can't like get a game and sell it or whatever, or I can't
Yeah,
play
yeah,
it
yeah.
at a friend's house or whatever
I feel
without
you on
paying the
that.
fee, whatever that fee is gonna be. So like it doesn't bother me because I understand that number one, motherfuckers gotta eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
that's true.
developers that like it's a big like I've never seen the guys at XCOM at Fraxis just like driving around in rollies, in Rolls Royces and shit. They don't call them rollies, I do.
That-
Like I never see the developers at Tryon just like in giant ass mansions and shit. So I get it if they want to fucking have their fucking brand new games just sold, and if they don't want people just giving it to their friends or whatever when they're done.
that's true.
So I understand that concept.
Yeah, nah,
So
it's
that's
definitely.
why it's not a big deal for me. The always online thing, that is a little weird. Just come on, just let me not sign on. I don't want to talk to motherfuckers all the time.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I understand the Xbox system, and that's not a reason that I wouldn't buy it, the Xbox One. So
Oh
yeah,
well, that's interesting.
yeah. Like the reason I'm not buying an Xbox One for $500 is because I just think the PlayStation is gonna have a better game lineup
Well,
than
yeah,
Xbox.
and it seems like that's what it's like Sony is striving for with their PlayStation. Not that Xbox is bad,
Yeah, no,
with what
I
they're
just
doing.
think it's gonna be like in the long run. I think it's gonna be a stronger system
Like yeah, 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 I
for
agree with that.
games, especially just for games. I think it's gonna be a stronger
Yeah.
thing
Like
for
people,
games.
I'll say this now. Like, I don't like. I know maybe it sounds like I'm leaning towards the PS4 here, but I don't think the Xbox One is horrible. I don't like the restrictions that they're doing. But if I was in a different circumstance or situation, I probably would buy an Xbox One over a PS4. Because right now I'm only worried about the games. But let's say if I had my own apartment, if I had a family, I would probably buy an Xbox One over the PS4 because I know like my family would probably like saying switch to television and fucking having my shit switch to television or doing whatever the fuck they want with it because that's family and that's what it seems what Xbox is for. It seems to be going for this all-in-one entertainment system that's meant not really that can happen to play games, but it's not all the way meant for gamers, and that's exactly why I'm leaning towards the PS4 now, right now in my life. But it could be different depending on your circumstance.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. That
I'm
is
not
an
saying the
interesting
Xbox One is
point.
horrible. I do think they're doing cool things, but as of right now, as a gamer, I'm just leaning towards PlayStation 4. People,
Yeah,
to the people,
yeah.
yeah,
I think yeah. I mean, I think where a lot of the hostility is coming from is the fact that like they're talking to a strictly gamer audience when they do these press conferences. So when you don't announce that they're just all games, then
yeah,
the gamers get upset, but there are people out there that are like, hey, that's
that's
actually kind
pretty
of cool because
cool.
I
Yeah,
don't play games that much, but I could, I still buy fucking Madden 2018,
Yeah.
and I watch sports, so whatever, I'll get it.
Yeah,
But so
exactly. That's exactly it right there. So
yeah.
the Xbox One will probably. I mean, it's gonna take a hit in sales, but it'll probably do fine because there are
I don't
people.
think it's gonna take a hit in sales.
Well, I'm not sure. I do think they're not. Maybe not like a huge. I'm not saying a huge hit, but they're gonna notice a difference. Maybe is what I'm saying. Not a difference. They're gonna notice something's maybe wrong that they're losing a little bit.
Like their sales won't be the same as the Xbox 360.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. They're gonna at least at first that's how it's gonna be. But shit, I fucking lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I mean, there is the possibility that in the long run, the Xbox will become a bigger entity in the world than PlayStation 4 because of what they're striving for it to do, because they're going for this all-inclusive
Yeah, that's
mega
true.
platform of cable box video game system hot plate all in
Yeah,
one,
it's true.
as opposed to the PS4 that is just strictly the gamer machine. So it might have a little bit more longevity as a system, or a longer lifespan in
Eh,
terms of like still raking in the major sales,
true.
I think
But who's to say? Because that's down the line.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is just speculation.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm
Personal
just saying,
opinion.
like for the audience, that's down the line. We don't know yet. But yeah,
Yeah,
continue. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
but I think that PlayStation is definitely going to be part of the future of game, like a bigger impact in the future of gaming development and where games are gonna go,
Yeah,
as opposed to the Xbox.
agreed.
So
Uh,
that's what that is.
the Sony press conference again.
Yeah.
So yeah, they announced that about the used games and everything, and they also came out with game trailers. Infamous Second Son, which I'm a big Infamous fucking
Huh,
fan.
yeah.
So yeah, that was awesome. The two biggest announcements though being Final Fantasy. You're aware of Final Fantasy Versus 13, right?
Yep.
That's officially became Final Fantasy 15 now, which they showed a
That
little.
shit never came out.
Nah, you know what's crazy is that they showed that. I think they showed that
They
at
showed
the
that like 8 years ago,
yeah at
bro.
the conference for the PS3, and now it took 8 years for it to become Final Fantasy 15 officially.
Yo, they wildin' with that. Yo.
Square, I don't know what Square is doing, but hopefully
They
Square.
be on their dumb shit sometimes, yo.
I
Like,
don't.
like especially with the Realm Reborn, cause like that ass like Final Fantasy 14. What they should have done was remade Final Fantasy 11, but they tried to do some new shit and they fucked up. And what these niggas end up doing is they remaking Final Fantasy 11 right now. So they fucked themselves royally in the
They
ass
just
by.
wanted to do something. I can't blame a company for wanting to do something different, but Final Fantasy
No, but
14
nah,
definitely did
nah,
flop.
no, no, no. They fucked up. Like
Yeah.
they did something different, but they was just half-assed. Like they were playing games, with motherfuckers. They
But that's not now. It's a bit.
these motherfuckers were playing games.
I don't
bro.
know when Final Fantasy 15 is gonna come out because they didn't say a release date or anything. They showed gameplay and stuff. It looked cool, but it's interesting because now that this shit, it's kind of like half-assed, not half-assing it, but it's like I'm gonna say this is like getting a gift for somebody with somebody else in mind when you buy the gift, but you instead give the gift to somebody else, right? Like, do you understand?
Right? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like right now. Is it really going to be up to the Final Fantasy 15 title because it was intended for something else, or is this going to be like half-assed? But I don't know. They show gameplay. It looked cool. The bigger announcement being Kingdom Hearts 3. They announced was in development. I don't know when the fuck that's coming out, but neither you or I are Kingdom Hearts fans, so that's not anything crazy.
Yeah, what the fuck I want to play games with Mickey Mouse for?
Hey, well, hey, it's a beloved franchise.
I don't give a fuck.
I wish they would have announced a remake of Final Fantasy 7, but fuck it. Oh, but they did show trailers about remaking Final Fantasy 10, which I need to buy because I still need to buy Final Fantasy 10, or
Yeah.
finish Final Fantasy 10. But either way. What else happened there? And that's more or less it that happened in the Sony press conference. Sony will now be requiring people to pay for PS Plus, PlayStation Plus, which is equivalent to Xbox Live, for $5 a month. And those are the major differences. really. And
Nobody's flaming about that, though.
that well, people are trying to hold that against Xbox Live, but honestly, PlayStation Plus, if they keep it the same way it is now, PlayStation Plus is miles better than Xbox Live. Having a PlayStation Plus subscription is miles better than Xbox Live because right now, the thing is, my concern is Xbox Live is a requirement. To do anything on your Xbox, essentially, to play
Yeah,
online, to
yeah.
watch Netflix or anything. Right now, PlayStation Plus is only a luxury. So there's like tons of free games you could get and discounts that you can get. But if it starts to become a requirement, will they still keep giving you those free games? And if Sony doesn't,
I see.
yeah, that's the thing. I hope Sony continues treating it as if it's a luxury as opposed to a requirement.
Right, right.
But even if not, it's whatever. It's only $5 a month. But there's no real flame about that. I guess I don't. I guess people were expecting it at this point.
Right.
Sony, I'm just saying, just please incorporate a party chat feature, and you will be good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Because that people just want that. If you're listening, Sony, just please a party chat feature where you don't have to remain on the dashboard to talk on to your friends.
Yeah.
Eh. And that's E3. That's the gist of what happened.
That's the
Throughout
bulk
E3.
of it.
No, yeah, that's the bulk of each conference, and that was mainly it. A lot of people, internet wise, if you can, I'm willing to bet you could click on any fucking E3 video dealing with either Xbox or PS4, and the top comments will have something to do with why PS4 is miles better. But that's the general. That's where everything is going towards. Is PlayStation is better. Oh, and PlayStation's coming out. Amazon says December 31st, but it'll at the end of this year for $400. Which to throw this out there, PlayStation is the more powerful spec wise of the two, and it's $100 cheaper. So this
It
is
was the last time, wasn't it?
it was, but the thing about last time was something about the interior hardware or the architecture of everything. It was hard for developers to make games for it, so you never really saw the graphical difference or why PS3 was more powerful, except for special games like Metal Gear and Uncharted and
Ah,
shit.
okay, okay.
But now, since they're going with a more familiar approach, people are saying, "Oh, you're definitely going to see the graphical difference now between the two systems."
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that and there it is, right there.
And that's E3. That's
That,
nice.
C3. It was a big E3. It was
No, yeah,
unfortunate.
it was.
My first one without Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb
Oh,
spearheading
whatever.
it. But hey, I love Adam Sessler. I still got a crush on Morgan Webb. Morgan Webb, call me.
Yeah, she's like 40 and
I
whatever.
don't give a fuck.
All right, fuck them. The reason I say fuck them, no, they're great people. I understand that. But look, here's the deal. We're gonna be at the next E3 conference, and so move
So-
the fuck over Adam this time to
Well, Adam's still
relinquish the
doing it,
throne.
but yeah.
And
Sorry,
yeah,
Adam.
gaming for comedy, iBluairJgR is taking the next seat. All right, so get the fuck out of here.
There it is, right there.
That's what I'm saying. All right.
Anything else to throw in, sir, before we close out?
Uh,
Like opinions on it all. What are you? Yeah, what are you leading towards? What do you think about the whole thing? What's going on?
I'm gonna get a PS3. I mean a PS4.
Are you?
Maybe.
It's okay. Don't lie to me.
Nah, I'm just gonna buy games and play them on your shit. Nah, because I'm still like honestly I'm still gonna be a PC gamer.
Yeah. Of course.
Just because that's
That's
what
who
it
you
is.
are,
I'm
yeah,
just
no.
not into consoles anymore. I need to what I need to do is I need to get a really long HDMI cord and a controller so that I
Play on
can
your
play Steam on my TV.
It's an interesting. I love the dynamic because yeah, you got the PC gamer here, which Rob is definitely not the worst of the PC elitist category at all, by no means. And then
No,
like I'm the
yeah,
console
because I
gamer.
understand how life works. That's why-
That shit's frustrating, man. But yeah, nah, you,
Nah,
you,
yeah,
you get
but
it.
I'm still gonna be playing PC games pretty exclusively. If I ever have a bigger budget for myself, I'll probably be playing a lot more indie games and just like showcasing them.
Oh well,
On
that was
iBluair.
something big that Sony did in their press conference.
Yeah, they have a lot of indie stuff. But yeah, if I ever have a bigger budget, I'll definitely be playing a lot more indie games just to take a look at them because it just they deserve merit and it's a good opportunity for some like a game developer that wants to be attach himself to a bigger company but it's just making games on the side
Right.
already.
Uh-huh.
So if I ever have a bigger budget, I'll definitely be playing more indie games. But yeah, I'm gonna play Magic the Gathering when the 2014 one comes out. Yeah, no, it's $10 for the 2014. Comes out
It's
end of
ten
this month.
bucks.
Yeah, it comes out at the end of this month.
End of
So
this month, you gotta let me know. $10 at the end of this month. All right.
yeah,
Full deck
it's the new shit.
customization
It's
finally.
supposed to have it. I think it's gonna have it.
Nah, yeah, that's what it said. I told you it's already it's supposed to have it. Stop.
I'm just look. Don't gas it though.
It is
That motto applies for
official.
a lot of things in my life.
It
All
is
right, don't gas it.
official.
They control, Final Fantasy 14. That was the ultimate troll attempt.
Oh man. Well, let's just hope Around Me Warren is better.
I
I'm
bought
ready
the no, it's gonna be better. I'm gonna play that shit.
I can't wait. Well, hopefully we get this beta test. If we do, then maybe I'll see it. Well, we're gonna be under NDA, but whatever. You get the point. My final E3 thoughts. I'm leaning towards PS4. I don't think the Xbox One is bad. I do hate their restrictions, but I don't think it's bad. Like I said again, it is a cool idea. It is a more futuristic feel. Game wise, I am hyped up. I understand, and I understand people who are like, well, Jay, what the fuck? You're like the biggest Metal Gear fan. You didn't mention Metal Gear Solid 5.
Do people really know that about you like that?
What happened?
Did people really know that about you like that before
They oughta
listening
at
to
this point.
I mean, what if it's their first time?
Well, if
for,
you don't,
for anybody that doesn't know, Jay is a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. He has this shirt that has a list of all the Metal Gear Solid characters on it, and he wears it every day.
No, I don't. No, I
under
don't.
everything he wears.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
He does.
I'll throw in the picture. I've said it multiple times before though, but no, yeah, I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan, and oh god, I'm sorry people for the notification thingy if y'all heard that. I am hyped for Metal Gear Solid 5. It's just I don't know what it is. Metal Gear is going in a different direction. I'm still hyped for it. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I get back to y'all on that.
I think you do know because it's just like Halo. So
I think it's different situations though, because it's not like it's been passed on to a different developer. But even though in a sense it's still they're going in a different direction. But either way, it looks beautiful. It looks great. I know, but I'm still hyped more for the Division over everything. I will be trying to get a PS4 upon release date. I don't know how that's going to work because I hear that it's like the supply is not enough for demand, which I don't get. How come already? After they just opened pre-orders, how fucking supply is already limited. I don't.
You're gonna have to wash some niggas. Nobody.
I went to GameStop today, and the dude is like, "Yo, we only got like 10 more PS4 reserve slots, and that's gonna be gone by like next month." Like, what are you talking about? Why? I don't get it. But I'll be trying to get the shit day one and bringing that to the channel. But if not, I'll get it as soon as possible. So there's my E3 thoughts, people. And
Nice.
I guess that's it. We out. We out.
That's it.
All right, guys. All right.
finished?
Video's coming on Monday. Metal Gear Solid 2. I've recorded the first session. Just got to render it, and it will be coming on Monday. I'll see you guys later. And have a good one. All right. Take care, guys. All that good
Alright,
stuff.
we out gaming, motherfucker. You gotta say the name, bitch.
We out gaming, guys. See ya.
Yeah.
Oh, I stopped that.